that a Volvo? What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Welcome back to the Drifts and Lifts Epic Volvo Drift YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button because there's a ton of gravy coming at your face. Alright, so today we got a cool little episode. As you guys can see, I have Samuel L. Turbson with me, cruising it around. Stopped by my friend Jared Bradwell's house. So this is his S13.5. You guys may have seen this car on another one of my videos back in the day. We did a bit of a review video on it. Super sick car. This is like pretty much how you're supposed to build an S13. It's super clean street car. There hasn't really been any parts on the car that haven't been tastefully modified in some way. It's got a 400 horsepower RB25 swap. The thing is really, really sick, but maybe we'll see a burnout from this car tonight, potentially. But the reason I'm here is because I want to do some drifts in Samuel, because you guys haven't seen any really big, greasy, stinky Volvo drifts in Samuel yet. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We got this cul-de-sac just down here. You guys have seen me drift this cul-de-sac before. It's pretty technical. It has, so I'm gonna come from over there and then drift in, and then there's a bunch of mangies down a pretty tight straight and into a cul-de-sac, and then you go around the cul-de-sac, and then you'll mangie back down the straight road. It takes a little bit of effort, and it's definitely not the easiest line to do. So I'll make sure I don't curb a wheel on Samuel, because there's curbs just everywhere. But yeah, this is gonna be really fun. I'm gonna throw the GoPro inside the car, and I'm gonna get Jared to film me from out of car, and hopefully it all goes well. Samuel's setup right now is just like cut springs, and also one thing to mention, now that I mentioned the cut springs, there's one really big bump, like a really big divot inside. I think there's guys like drag racing or something near here. Oh, maybe it's the mud drags. Yeah, there's mud drags going on way the hell over there. Those things are loud. Yeah, so there's like a divot, and it's gonna be really bouncy because the cut springs on Samuel are not good. They're super bouncy. But I'm just gonna truck it. I'm just gonna go over top of it and ride it out. And yeah, the alignment is not perfect. It's probably got too much toe in, so it's not gonna be like a perfect car drifting setup, but I'll be able to handle it. As you guys know, I've drifted my fair share of shitty setup Volvos in the past, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, guys, I've actually showed you this shop before. This is where Jared works, Al Parker's Auto Body. Tons of cool cars around here. This is actually, well, this used to be Jared's car. This is a V8 swapped S13. It's got a 400 horse small block Chevy in it. Tons of cool stuff around here. Old school police Bel Air, I guess it is. A Parisienne. It's a pretty rare car. You don't see too many of those. This thing's really cool. A Falcon, right? No, a Future Falcon, something like that. It's cool how small these cars are actually in person. You see them on like pictures and they look a little bigger, but it's actually a pretty small car. So this is another one of Al's collection. This is a 446 pack Challenger. This one's actually a 4-speed car, which is really sick. Like this is a rare, expensive car. If you guys know muscle cars, you're not gonna find one of these for a good price anywhere. That's pretty cool. It says like high performance there. 440 6-pack car. That was this car would have went real good on the drag strip from the factory. Would have been a contender with like the 454 Chevelle and all that good stuff. Here's a really cool car, a Bonneville, Pontiac Bonneville. Just a big old boat, basically. This thing's like, it's even got like the cover down there, wheel cover. That is a long ass car. Holy jeepers. All right, guys, you may remember this from one of my other videos. I've done some walkarounds in here, but there's a lot of really cool muscle cars in here. A lot of old school, period correct kind of stuff. It's a Hemi Cuda, actually, Plymouth. Got a Camaro. This one's got a 427 in it. I believe it is, yeah, this one's an automatic. This car's a 4-speed Plymouth, or sorry, a AMC Gremlin. This is a pretty cool car, actually. This car is really dope too. This is a older Barracuda, I believe. Yeah. So there's like the kind of late 60s, 67, I think it is, something like that. We got an AMC Javelin, I believe. Really cool car as well. Plymouth Roadrunner right here. It's got a 440 Magnum in it. It's also a 4-speed car. Just a lot of cool stuff. This Mach 1, this thing's also 4-speed. I don't think Al likes automatics very much. This one's got like a built kind of 500 horsepower, I believe it's a 351 in it. Yeah, very cool. So let's go do some Volvo drifts. Sick 3 spokes, dude. Alright guys, this car is really bouncy and it does not have an e-brake. So the e-brake works to hold the car but not for drifting. So I'm gonna have to precision my drift a little better so I can line it up into the cul-de-sac. Here we go. Redo that. I really need this to I need this to stay in place. One more. Yeah, this is gonna fall out. It's not really secured, so fuck it. Maybe I have some tape or something. Here we go. I'll tape her in place. Works a little better than I thought it would, to be honest. Alright guys, so that wasn't my best display of driving by any means, but the tires on the back are super slick. They don't really give me much, the car loops out pretty easy. Other than that, it felt a little sketchy. You probably noticed in the interior there from the in-car camera that I had to move that wheel pretty hard. It wasn't really self-steering at all. The front tires aren't very grippy either. I don't really have any camber in the front to give me some bite either. I could probably change the tire pressure. It probably needs to be lowered a little bit. So fairly suboptimal setup, but nonetheless it drifted and looked pretty cool. So that's all I wanted. It was kind of my first like official drift sesh in Samuel. It's a good car though, so I'm gonna take this motorcycle for a rip down the road. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much a wrap of the video. I had to stop because the tires are getting really low and I started to hear a cord flapping around, and I don't want a cord to just tear up the side of the car. When you get like tire cords and they start whipping around, they'll scratch your paint up and stuff. So I'm gonna call it there. You guys will see more of this car drifting in the near future, just not tonight. So yeah, lots of stuff to look forward to at the channel, guys. As you know, I got a line on a ITB setup for Miss Huff, so I'm going to be purchasing that pretty soon. We got a drift event coming up, the Drift Union Matsuri, so that's at the end of the month here. I'm going to be bringing Miss Huff up there, and we're going to have 2 full days of absolute thrashing. Other than that, yeah, I can't really, nothing really to complain about as far as Samuel goes. It's a pretty good car.